All right, relax, man. Seriously. Go. Already amazing. All right, hello.
We gotta start this over.
Wait, do we? Wait, are you still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay, no, I can do it. Let's just go on. Let's go on. Starting the new season right. As always, Tales from the Bottom of the Ocean. My name is what?
We had to take this super seriously. You said in the diner.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Austin Andrews.
I'm Mike Kemp.
Yes, and this is Tales from the Bottom of the Ocean. You see, the reason I made this show is because I feel lost, and even now I do, honestly. And maybe you can understand in a way. Maybe you can understand Mike, but or maybe you just look down on both of us. But the thing is that the point is we've all seen the bottom at some point. We've all had a situation in our lives where we were quite
Of the ocean.
we were at the bottom of the ocean, the proverbial ocean called life. Or, yeah, wherein life is an ocean, at least in my little stream of metaphors.
Stream. Ocean.
All streams go to an ocean. But yeah, welcome to Drown Town. New season, we're doing art. Mike, what is art? Define art, please. You're the big thinker here.
Well, art is... Oh, God.
That was last season, so like...
It's something you could look at and feel good, and or angry, whatever. Then it makes you feel something.
It makes you feel something.
Yep. The show is art in a way.
Is it? I think that's quite the insult to art, genuinely.
No, anything could be art.
Yeah.
This like a screenshot of my face, like doing like that is art. If you want it to be.
Take a screenshot.
I'll take from the video footage afterwards.
The
But yeah, it's art.
art. But I'd say it's quite difficult to define, obviously.
Oh, of course you would.
One might call simply getting up in the morning art, or baking a cake. But the point is why? Is it about the process of doing these actions? Is it that makes them sort of euphoric, or is it the actual existence of a final product?
Well, both.
You think so? They both contribute?
Yeah, like imagine if I don't know, people do some stupid and long and boring things to get their final product. Like what's a good example? Not this show, because that's pretty easy to make.
I mean, for us.
Well, yeah, because it takes like, I don't know, you just copy and paste things off Google. I don't really do anything.
Just calling me out. Awesome. Thanks.
I don't really do anything, but is doing nothing art?
Is there an art to doing nothing? There's actually a scene from SpongeBob where like his cousin can't even do nothing. Like he can't do anything right, and he just literally sits still and he can't do that right. So is there an actual process to doing nothing?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Hold on.
Yeah, just making a blank stare. That's still something.
Yeah, it's still something. Just slowly zoom into his face closer and closer. But like, I mean, yeah, I mean that begs the question, because you can explain the idea of nothingness mathematically, right? And
if you want to be boring and
no, it's very simple. Is 0 a number?
no.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I guess so. I mean, yeah, it's a number, but it's a number as well as being nothing.
It's a number. It's a number, and it's another word for it. It's a number and a sort of value, but it just means nothing. But it's still a value. What?
Is it true?
I think so.
You can't say that word on the air.
But no, it's a number, but it's also like a concept. You know, like it took us like the thing is like the real like marking of human evolution was the idea that the fact that we actually conceived the idea of 0.
You know, it reminds me of a thing where if we were ever to speak to aliens, the only way we could do it is math. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
I think it's dumb. It makes no sense.
Why?
Because like, 1 + 1 is 3, and the aliens would be like, all right, Zorp. I don't know what that Zorp
You said
means.
1 + 1 is 3, Mike.
Did I?
Yes.
Yep. Then I guess I really want to know what we're talking about. Have me be the diplomat of Earth. Oh yeah.
Mike. Okay, Mike, hold on. I'm an alien. You're the diplomat of Earth.
Okay.
All right, so greetings.
Yo, what's up? Where'd you come from?
It's about 3 billion Gilble Forbes that way.
All right, why'd you come here?
Cause I'm trying to look for a new home. Cause ours, we mined it and farmed it to extinction, basically.
Do you like the cold?
Not really, no.
We got the Sahara Desert you can live in.
It doesn't sound really good. You got any rainforest?
We're kind of using those. Like a lot. Probably more than we should.
Not any vacant any rainforest? No.
We got oases in the Sahara Desert.
What's the Sahara? What's an oasis? What are you talking about? What's that?
Alright, imagine a rainforest, but it's really small and it's in a bunch of sand.
Sounds awful.
Alright,
Is
hold
it
up.
just that? Can you actually build a super society on just one oasis?
Yeah. I don't know, how many are you? How many people are you? How many people did you bring?
How many?
Also, how'd you learn English?
I gotta use this universal translator.
Okay.
It's in my pants.
Oh, okay.
All right. How far can your species actually count? Because we can guarantee it's probably more than
that. 10.
10?
10 trillion, maybe?
Okay, so there's probably a little bit more than that.
We're full.
You're full? What do you mean?
I mean, we got the moon over there. If you want to, it's barren, but if you could use it, you can do whatever you want.
There?
No, you can make air.
What do you mean we make air? How do you expect us to make air?
All you have to do is make the magnetism of the moon stronger so it could capture an atmosphere and put air in it.
Huh. You're very smart.
Yeah, I know. They don't just make any random idiot the diplomat of Earth.
You see, that could be art.
What?
Oh, I'm saying, first of all, it's over. Second of all,
Well, did it work? Did it work out?
yeah, sure. They're gonna go to the moon
Okay.
and then come back and be like, yeah, it's not working. We're gonna kill you all.
You gotta vote for Mike. He's nominated for office.
Mike,
president.
please make Mike the diplomat of Earth, please. resolve the conflict.
Dude, I'd probably get us into a war with the bacteria that lives in Jupiter's atmosphere or something.
You just be smelling shoes for the rest of this term.
Jeez.
Because there is bacteria in the surface of Mars. Not the surface, the atmosphere.
Imagine the smell. All right. So like I said, literally anything can be art, like Mike
One
said.
more time?
What?
One more time?
More time what?
What?
That?
Now we've definitely lost all our viewers. Thanks, Steve.
Remember when the show was about philosophy?
It still is. Anyway. All right. So, this is a good question for you, Mike. Is art only worth something because of the existence of the artist?
Well, obviously not, because whenever somebody dies, the art becomes more money. It becomes worth more.
Well, but the fact that they had a life and had died doesn't that make it? Well, I know that makes it necessarily more valuable, but I'm sorry, I'm like something in my throat. But
What's there?
but the fact that they have existed, like, the fact that they have a life that you can siphon the meaning behind their art from, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm saying, like, does art become more valuable when there's somebody to offer their perspective on it? Like, the creator offers his perspective on it?
Yeah, I guess so. Like when they die, they can't make more and stuff like that. Whenever we say something almost close off from being like PG, we just got like one of those TV PG things showing up in the corner.
It'll come out in post, even though this is live.
Yep, there's no post.
Yeah.
Apocalyptic future.
Just drag a PNG all over the screen. It's fun. All right, so we got I got a topic here: the aesthetic experience. Aesthetic, right?
Oh, I know about aesthetics.
Yeah. Feng shui. We talked a little bit about it when we talked about
Vaporwave.
yeah. When we talked about we'll talk about all that stuff. But when we talked about what was it?
Vaporwave died way too early, by the way.
Who's the Dao De Jing Confucianism? No, not Confucius.
Lao Tzu?
Yeah. What did he create again?
Taoism?
Yeah.
You want to just watch Tales from the Bottom of the Ocean every day, Wednesday, 6 o'clock?
Eastern Standard Time.
By the way, Patreon. We didn't do that.
Wow, I was about to do it, but listen, you want to do it?
10 minutes in, you're just about to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the best time to do it.
Area 22 slash Area 22.
Slash.com.
You do it. I don't know.
HTTP.
www. dot. Amanda, please. Keep going.
Now we're sued. Anyway.
We're not. Trust me.
But no, it's www.area22product. No, wait. Patreon.com/area22. There we go.
Yeah, please donate money. We really need it. We need surgery.
It'll be. We need to fix Mike's addled mind.
Yeah, I think I have something wrong with my head. It's a little rattled up.
We will fix it with using your money.
Like, I'm basically a maraca.
Please donate.
Yeah, help.
See, this all can be art. It's amazing.
Yeah, comedy could be art.
Comedy cold.
Comedy cold, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Very impressive.
Almost creating off the street because it was snowing really hard today is art.
Yeah.
Is snow art? Is nature art?
And what is art, you know?
Yellow snow art?
What?
Is yellow snow art?
Yeah, making a little yellow snow portrait.
Freaking a bastardization of the true miracle nature that is snow. Dude, every snowflake is unique.
I heard that's not true.
Is it?
I heard there could be identical snowflakes.
Well, what's the chance?
It's slim, but still.
Well, I mean, whatever.
I mean, isn't urine also like a natural?
Oh
I
my
mean,
god, why are we talking about pee?
Everybody's special just like everyone else, you know?
Yeah. What? Wait, hold on.
Get it? Because
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
You're unique and special just like everyone else.
But
nah.
but I mean, there's some truth to that. I mean, don't you? Everybody has a subjective aesthetic experience. So there's like one person's value upon a certain object isn't always the same as another person's.
Yeah, and if art was objective, I don't know how we'd feel about it, but it is subjective. Like, there could be this absolutely disgusting looking dude. Like, he's got snot coming out of his nose, earwax coming out of his ears, and someone could still find him attractive.
Art.
Yeah, that pen's art.
Yeah.
Eventually, it had to have been. There had been blueprints and everything, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
But let me see something here. So according to, I'm trying to pronounce his name, Bosanquet or Bosanquet or whatever. From 1892. The aesthetic attitude is important in viewing art because it allows one to consider an object with ready interest to see what it suggests.
Oh, that reminds me. I should tell a good story because this makes sense.
Go on. Is it relevant to art?
It is completely relevant to art.
Okay.
And also sex.
Well,
I went to the Museum of
Go
Sex the other day, and there was art everywhere. Art all over the place, mostly depicting sexual things. And I was not into the actual art, because there was art with, like girls having sex with dogs, and, like, witches, and just crazy stuff. There was, there's just crazy sexual things. I was like, why do people enjoy this? I get how people can enjoy it, but what's so funny or cool or interesting or nuanced about me looking at this dog with, like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
this woman?
Listen, I mean, there's
meaning behind it, because so every word had, like, every piece of art had a meaning behind it. It's like, the dog represents, like, the ferociousness of humans or whatever. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Or the patriarchy.
I mean, it's argued that the fact that you felt bad is still successful use of art. It's supposed to make you feel something in general.
I didn't feel bad. I just felt, like, bored.
For that's still a feeling, though, Mike. Not feeling is still a feeling.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yo, tell that to me 10 years ago. How old was I 10 years ago? 11. Yeah, that makes sense. I was completely dead inside by 8.
Basic math from the bottom of the ocean.
I forgot my age. I forgot I was 21.
Even, see, take that quote, put it out of context. It could be art, you know. Frame it, put it in your wall. What'd you even say? I wasn't listening.
I forgot that was 21.
Yeah, exactly.
The Taylor Swift song 22, you know? Or 25.
Yeah. Put it on the wall.
On the bricks.
Yeah, put it on the bricks.
On the sea bricks.
So, sea bricks. I forgot I was 21. Art. Crazy, right? It's so easy. But the question I have for you, Mike, right? is does that actually devalue true art? Like, is there like again, like there's, I can't stress this enough. I really do think that there is a direction to the universe, right? I think that there's something that we could be doing that's probably better than certain other things. So, and that's provable. But with that in mind, like, does that also mean that there's a direction to art?
Yeah, probably. Like elephants make art if given a paintbrush. They're like, whoa, look what I did. And then you can sell that art for money too, because like, whoa, an elephant did it.
You were basically unidentifiable there from an elephant before, Mike. Like, I don't know where you went and how you're back, but there was an elephant where you were.
Thank you. The elephant in the room.
See, that's art. It's a joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I was an elephant, dude. They're the most, like, I could just rampage and destroy things. The only thing about being an elephant is bees kind of fly into their nostrils.
Ugh.
And they sting them from the inside. You're like,
Can we just have a soundboard of Mike's, like, greatest sound effects that he makes?
Timestamps.
Thank you.
I need a drink.
So do I. It was really...
Cocktails could be art.
Oh, yeah,
A
food.
lot of people put art into, like,
Yeah,
an
food.
artistic touch on them.
Food, yeah.
I don't see how more artistic you could get with whiskey on the rocks, but you know.
I mean, again, like, what is that? Let me ask you a question. What does a whiskey on the rocks invoke on you? Like, what kind of feeling? Because I think of, like, nostalgia.
Drunkenness.
Really?
Nostalgia. You've only been 21 for a few months.
No, I'm just saying, but you know, like how in the olden, like, I guess in like old movies, they'd always have like that classic shot. Yeah, they always have that classic shot of like the scotch on the rocks, whatever.
It just makes me think of escaping into a liquid,
Into a liquid.
which I could really do right now. But, you know.
Like sand-shaped ice cubes. Would that be art?
Sand shaped what?
Sand-shaped ice cubes.
So just water?
Oh, sands.
No. Shut up.
Dude, our audience is so alienated,
What do you mean?
which is art, you know?
What's art? Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know. It's weird. People watching you. Don't even know. It's like voyeurism,
Kind of.
which is also in the sex museum, actually.
What is voyeurism again?
Watching people have sex. Because I guess back then, like, there wasn't really videos, or they could just watch. So it's like, I guess if I can't participate, I'll just watch the door handle or something. The keyhole.
Yeah.
Pretty gross stuff. And then porn became a thing. And then people started getting laid, so.
Wait, hold on. Let me. The order. So first people were watching it. Second people were.
Well, you know what I mean.
and that's when humanity started actually having sex.
Yeah, I always wondered, like, the first person to do anything, like, how did sex really work? How would they know? Same thing with, like, how they got bees, how they got honey. Like, who's the person who, like, went into a beehive and was like, oh, what's this? And then ate it. Or the first person to drink milk. Like, they saw a little cow drink from a cow's udder.
It had to have been a cover-up.
So it was like, oh, let me get a little some of that. And the cow was like,
Like, stop. See, I'm gonna have to stop you there, Mike, because we gotta continue on.
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Shut up. All right, so artwork reflects one's lived experience of his or her life, Mike.
Generally, yeah, I would agree.
This man named Arnheim, right? Rudolf Arnheim, believed that all psychological processes have cognitive, emotional, and motivational qualities.
Yeah, almost always, I would say that's true.
Yeah, which are reflected in compositions of every artist. So basically, like, every piece of art sort of reflects something very deep and maybe even intimate about the artist. Yeah.
Yep, I would agree. All my edgy, original OCs in high school were just reflections of what I wish I was.
I mean, yeah.
That's basically what it is.
I mean, listen, let's talk candidly for a second about a particular medium of art.
Memes.
No. I mean, maybe one day, but I'll do like a short segment on meme review. No, someone already doing that. Stop. But furries.
I was thinking the same thing. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, there's.
Don't look up furries.
First of all, they're also in the sex museum.
Oh,
There was a head of a fursuit and then behind the glass.
oh no.
Yeah, what is up with them?
Dude, hold on. I'm gonna stop you there, Mike. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Like
Like,
it's interesting.
why would you want to hop in a suit made of like artificial fur like that looks somewhat like an animal and just be
sweaty?
sweaty? Well, first off, Well, just why would you want to do that? And why would you want to have sex instead first? Like, what?
Well, that's diving into fetishes, and fetishes are just weird and psychological.
I like how this is like we've been talking about
Bing-bings.
art, but most of this episode has been about sex. What does that say?
Because sex is sometimes art. Because look at it this way, all right? Most of the media that people look at
Consume
is porn.
Is
Well,
that
not
true?
not most of it, but a lot of it is.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like that was viewed as taboo, and that's how you. I learned this at the freaking the sex museum. I actually learned something, but the thing is, it was so taboo that people made art out of it to spite whoever sold them. It was taboo, basically. So that's how you got all these. I almost called them cool because they kind of are, but like dominatrixes and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, sexual liberation.
And then eventually furries came to be. Maybe out of the spite for people saying, "Oh, you're not an animal," or "you whatever."
Well, it seems to me just like expression of.
I think my point was that a lot of art is made out of spite.
Yeah, that's true. It's taking a stance against like a certain thing about yourself or
Yeah.
other things. I mean,
Like propaganda.
like I mean this whole okay. So let's be candid again. This whole show is meant to be a satire. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like because it's meant to be a satire of like philosophy shows that try to like really encapsulate you with this idea on how to improve your life. But
we can't do that. We're 20. We don't know anything. We're dumb.
well, I mean, now would be the time to try to like put your life in order, which is what I guess we've been trying to say. But like, the thing is that like a lot of people can't really approach that because it just seems a little bit too serious.
I slept for 12 hours. I rolled out of bed. I was supposed to go to the gym. I didn't go.
Now's the time, like.
Yeah, I'm slacking. I'm getting fat. Being fat is art.
Well, some people would say.
Yeah, they would. That's what I'm telling you. Everything could be art.
But the point is that like is that really good for society though? It's this whole thing, this strange dichotomy, say between like someone who might be left or right leaning, right? The idea, the value of the value between say rights and responsibilities. What?
Nothing.
The value between rights and responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
And that translates really strongly into art, right?
Yeah,
Because obviously artists, they tend to be very left leaning because they're always like sort of rebelling against like the sort of
Usually, you got like people like Ben
status quo.
Garrison or like other political artists. Though I'd say they're right leaning, but they still make art. It's just like the obvious.
well, political cartoons are.
I would say right leaning things are a little bit more coherent, whereas left leaning things are more abstract.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Like I don't think there's any conservative furries, or at least not many.
I don't know. There's probably a furry with a furry family
Yeah,
worshiping.
this is my
menorah.
persona, Donald Trumper. It's a rabbit. It's an orange rabbit.
Jesus.
We should just really quit right there and then. That was the worst thing I think I could have ever said. Making a persona of Donald Trump. Someone do it.
Please.
If any of you are furries, can you please make one? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if we want that kind of audience, Mike.
Dude, it doesn't matter. Art is art, and anybody will be into. That's another thing. Anyone could be into a bunch of different types of art.
Yeah.
That would be like really weird.
Yeah. But like what I'm saying is like
Mashing the two of them together.
this idea that things should have as much form as possible, and things that say, and the idea that things should have as least form as possible. You know, like how important is it for things to have form, and how important is it for things to not have form? You know, is it a split down the middle? Is it because I mean obviously it's good for one of the things that the Soviet Union really stamped down on was artistic expression, obviously.
Yeah, because art is like you could be pretty powerful through art if you really drove it home. Like I feel like people get too abstract, and they're like the point of the art could be completely missed because they decided to make it too abstract.
Yeah.
Like if I dip my hand in red paint and I just punch the canvas, you could probably tell it represents like anger or something. But if I went and said, "Oh no, you're totally wrong. It represents like liberation from God, I don't know, liberation from like a cult or something," it wouldn't make any sense. You wouldn't get that.
Maybe. So you're saying that there has to be something at like something at least a little bit that kind of guides the experiencer to
Like anyone
becoming gold.
who knows anything about art or symbolism probably think like, all right, the red and the fist could kind of put two and two together here.
We're gonna at some point briefly talk about color and shape theory.
Yeah, I like
It's-
colors. Colors make me happy.
It's fairly easy to understand, but
You know, thinking about that though, nature probably did help create art. Because like, imagine a rainbow. Imagine a caveman looking again with the caveman looking at a rainbow. He's like,
you know,
"Yo, you looking at it?"
what's interesting is that they probably attribute that to some kind of
God.
yeah, some kind of divine force.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my God, what is that? What is that?"
What is that?
And one day there's two of them. It's like, "Yo, you looking at this? You see this?"
I'd imagine at some point they would just like start ignoring it. Like, okay, no more.
It doesn't do anything. I feel like it has to directly do something to really be afraid or interested in it.
Yeah.
Like they can see lightning strike like 20 feet in front of them. Who's like, whoa. But like a rainbow just sits there.
Yeah, I've already forgot.
Yeah. Then it'll go away eventually. It's like, oh, I guess it was nothing.
But I mean, what?
Nihilism, pretty much.
Yeah.
Nihilistic caveman.
That's a good point. Nihilism could happen because you just nothing happens, so you get bored.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all art. It's crazy. Because it all has a process to it, you know. You can contribute effort to being a nihilist, and that in itself makes it art, and also in itself makes it meaningful, which doesn't make it nihilistic.
That's the thing. You can't really have no meaning.
Yeah,
Because like this is the thing about meaning. If it wasn't supposed to happen, it probably wouldn't have. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it makes no sense to think. It just doesn't really work.
It's all about values. It's all about the way we project values onto this world. You know, it's crazy.
I go for some Skittles right now. Talking about all these rainbows.
And some Arizona.
Shut up.
So how is art alive, Mike?
How's art alive? Well, we're doing it right now. This is art,
Yeah, and we're alive.
for now. So you know,
I mean, it was snowing pretty hard outside, so yeah.
is crashing a car art?
Rebelling against a structure society, I guess.
Rebelling against. Well, I'll be crashing the nature full. Give me money. Arguing could be art.
Maybe.
The art of the. Oh my God.
The art of the deal. See, Mike's having a revelation, guys. This is good. This is what I've been hoping for a very long time.
It's a small world.
3 seasons.
It's only took 3 seasons for Mike to actually have a thought.
No, I gave good thoughts before.
Yeah, dude. It's the thoughts that counts. Count what? It's the thought. It's the thought that counts. Yeah.
Are phrases art?
Phrases?
Everything's art. Literally everything's art.
Well, everybody can go. No. Stay a little while.
Our new thumbnail is art.
Yeah. The Patreon's art, because we need money.
Yeah.
Needing money's art.
Web design's art.
Yeah.
You need the money to fund the art.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get money.
Good money.
How does the claim that anything? Oh, we already kind of. Well, how can the claim that anything can be art hurt it? I know you had said that, you know.
No, because you just make really stupid art, basically.
Yeah.
Like bad memes, for example.
It's bad meme.
Although some of the best memes are poorly drawn.
Yeah.
So I guess it really does. Like the comedic value and everything. You could put a lot of value into art to make art good, even if it looks like nothing, like it's horrible.
I mean, we've kind of covered that in like the idea of irony and despair.
That's why stealing art might feel like it should kind of be wrong in a sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what if I downloaded all of Ringo Starr's MS Paint art and I kept it?
Well, the thing is,
How do you think you'd feel?
Well, the thing is that, like, I mean, stealing art is basically like stealing effort. It's like stealing
Yeah.
somebody's life work.
I mean, would I do it if I had to pay for something? Yes.
Yeah.
Would I download a car? Yes. Why wouldn't I? And soon enough, it's going to become possible. You just download the PNG of a I don't.
Cad?
Yeah, no, hey Alex, but any other car. And yeah, it could just be, there you go, a car. Download it in your gigantic 3D printer in your garage.
Oh, jeez.
Like, why wouldn't you? That's the thing. Like,
Well-
stealing art is bad. But if it's like multiple copies,
Jesus.
I don't know. Like, what do you? I guess that's why. Like, I don't know. I'd steal it. I'd steal anything
Well, I mean that just goes.
if I could get away with it.
Well, that just goes to show how much you value effort, Mike.
Because isn't stealing art?
What?
Isn't the art of stealing art if everything's art?
Okay, that second art was so it's not necessary, you know.
What?
No, you say isn't stealing art. No, isn't stealing. Oh wait.
Isn't the art of stealing art?
Oh, that was necessary. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shouldn't you feel good your art was good enough to be coveted and stolen? Like it was so good someone stole it.
I guess so.
If it was terrible, they wouldn't bother.
I guess it takes anything that takes great skill can be art. You know.
Yeah, that's why if I ever had a house, I'd intentionally make the outside look horrible, but make the inside look good so no one steals from me. Saves money on security systems. Is security art? Yeah.
And,
I guess nothing really. I wouldn't call something like that art. Like something you have to do.
You
But then
think so?
someone else can make it turn into art. Like art is just a concept. Art is like math. If you really wanted to, you could like make an equation out of this microphone, like the circumference of the base, the length of this shaft, or whatever you call it, the length of that, and the circumference of the bulb.
Yeah.
Whatever this
Like
is.
I think what you're talking about is like those massive boards of those mathematical calculations.
Yeah, you can make if you could do that with math, you could do that with art. Like, oh, look at the nice.
What I'm
black
saying is like
finish.
is that whole board art? In a way. You think so?
Yeah, because math is art,
Yeah.
and art could be math.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Everybody wants to separate art and math and science and all that, and writing and English. If you just stopped thinking like that, we'd probably be better off doing both.
Yeah, like
Because it encourages mediocrity on both sides. Because if you're just like, oh, I'm a left brain person, no, you're not. You could easily do the right brain stuff if you just tried.
You think so?
Yeah, like if anyone tried, they could do it. Like obviously, some people just have a bigger threshold of like,
Certain types of art.
or certain types of science or math. Like maybe you're just innately better at math, but you can still try to be good at math.
But it all
which is funny coming
Yeah.
from me because I didn't do a damn thing about that in school. But
it all contributes to this whole central idea that all of human effort is art, basically.
and also math.
Well, yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like all of human
Yeah.
effort encompassing also math is basically the story of man unfolding before our eyes, you know?
Yep.
I mean, like let's talk about the early cave paintings, you know, like they found in France, I think.
Yeah. What did it? Yeah. Exactly. Cave paintings.
Yeah, cave paintings. I mean, like they were depicting like moving like oxen or whatever the hell kind of cow-like animal was alive during back like back then.
Bovines.
Yeah, something like that.
Your mother.
Wow, incredible.
Your mother jokes are also art.
Some of them are really artistic. Yeah. So some of them are really creative.
Yeah.
A fan wants to know if you want pizza.
What? Sure.
See, but that's also math and art because pizza is cooking, which is art, but it's also a circle pie, and you divide it by how much. And also, I'm not hungry, so no, thank you. But I've been eating nonstop carbs for the past like 21 years. So you know.
Oh wait, hold on. The human form. The human form being at like basically being you at your peak form, like possible. I mean that's art, but I mean, I guess the point is that like how healthy is it to value that sort of idea of perfection when it comes to like certain arts, like I guess
being perfect is in itself art, and also math. And our buddy pal over there is artistically losing his mind.
Your man's really passionate about his food.
who is it?
Food's
Don't worry
good.
about it.
Okay,
You could probably figure out who it is in one guess, but don't worry about it.
fair enough.
Spiro.
What?
Whatever.
Anyway, let me see. Why are artists seen in some way as enlightened? Is this a positive way to view art? Like I guess in
They
this,
used to be. Now they're looked down upon
why? What do you think?
a lot of the time because it doesn't make any money. Why are you doing that? It doesn't make money. Why would you want to do that if it doesn't make money? You need money. You know.
Sounds like you need money.
Well, yeah. But you know they're kind of looked down upon in a way. But then it's stupid to look down upon them because like everyone enjoys art literally every 2 seconds of their life.
Well, I mean, it comes in cycles, you know, like there'll come a time in the near future. I mean, I guess nowadays people are kind of looking more to structure their lives, but in the future they're gonna be looking. There's gonna be another punk phase, basically.
Oh God, please, yes.
You have hip hop going through its emo phase.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how things work.
That's more art. Phases of the phases of human society reflect basically how the story of man plays out. You know, like it goes from order to corruption to chaos. You know, like it's so the art of the time just reflects like what it is that's going on.
Oh, I can't wait for the chaos phase.
Don't.
Sicko mode.
Please no, but I mean, obviously during the Renaissance.
No.
Stop. Obviously, during the Renaissance, they returned to like the sort of ideal human form. Like this is the focus of art instead of like the very.
Yeah, like they make the statues and everything, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're in the stark opposite. Everybody wants to believe that like whatever they look like is the perfect or like acceptable or whatever, and so forth. You know.
When there's
like we've gone so far from ideal human
form. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even. I wouldn't even call it relevant anymore.
No,
people have so much other things to worry about or want to worry about. Yeah. Look at me yawning. Is that art? I think I ate sleep and I just don't care about my show, so
Mike, relax. You're going sicko mode.
See, but that's like a parody. Parodies are. I'm parodying you, and parodies are art.
Parodies are art, yeah.
Yeah, like you know.
So they're some of the best art, honestly.
Yeah, like we wouldn't have Spaceballs, or you know, stuff like that.
You know, it's the best kind of art that's totally serious but still done badly.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
like the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We don't take it. Well,
how about that? What was that movie that the movie Disaster Artist was based off?
I don't know.
The Room?
You know with James Franco, the disaster. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You know what's something interesting? I just thought of now. We're talking about movies and art.
Yeah, go on.
All right. Remember when Avatar came out?
Yes.
The blue, like the big Smurfs.
Yeah.
Not the Airbenders.
Yeah.
Everybody was so like the only thing about it was how it looked. And that's all people remember. I can't tell you anything about the story or anything about the characters. I couldn't even tell you their names. Just the fact that it looked pretty. I think that's like, isn't that something to say about art? Like, just looking pretty isn't enough?
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess that's where you can say that form goes too far with like the James Cameron. Well, no. What was his name? Like the guy who did like the Transformers movies.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, like the whole Michael Bay massive effects. There's literally a scene.
Yeah, it look good, but the movies are boring.
Yeah, there's literally a scene in the movie where they like they're flying in this like at supersonic speeds, right? And they smash insanely hard into the ground, and everybody gets out totally fine.
Yeah, sometimes there are inconsistencies that just don't, like, you just can't overlook.
And I was watching it with my father, and I was just like doing this the whole movie. I was like, what is this ridiculousness? And there's literally a scene that goes on way too long where Optimus is fighting some like massive, like some other freaking robot. I don't even know his name or whatever. And like this little human, he's got like a blaster that's like apparently its bullets are so powerful that's like literally ripping it apart. But it's like this size, and it just goes on like so long. I was like, what is going on here?
But that ends up being like the medium thing, because art as like traditional art could just look really good, and then you could think it's good art because it looks really good. Mm. But when you get into advanced forms of art, it can't just look good. It has to do other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that just goes to see, like, it's the evolution of the medium. Because, like, if you were to just show that to, say, some guy and, like... Because, like, you know, the moving pictures, you know, when they were coming out, it was... Basically, the only thing that was really there was what you were looking at.
Yeah.
And that's what amazed people, you know? I remember the story about how, like, they were showing the moving picture, right? And there was a train coming literally right at the camera, and everybody was, like, running out.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, I don't remember that personally, but I remember that, learning about that in the film class. That's the thing, like, traditional art, you just look at it for a few seconds or a minute, and you're like, all right, moving on to the next one.
I mean, there was obviously plays and operas and stuff.
But, like, for plays, operas, and movies, you have to sit down, so you have to make something more... You have to take other mediums of art and enhance them just as much as the visuals.
Yeah, by adding some kind of
substance. If not
substance.
more.
Yeah, there has to be substance behind the...
Or else they're going to get bored of like, okay, this is all really pretty, what's the point?
Yeah.
why am I sitting here for 3 hours?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, how is this enriching my life? Genuinely, that's why I don't like being just simply entertained anymore. Like I feel as if I yearn so much for like more depth in the things that I consume. You know.
I just want to feel good. Which I can do just by myself by like throwing dopamine in my head. Serotonin.
Just tossing it up and catching it.
Nice.
I want some hot cocoa.
So do I.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna get some when we head back.
Nah.
No time.
That, and it's probably not as cold anymore.
So it's only good when it's cold.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
We're gonna drink hot cocoa in 95-degree weather.
That's what I do. I go to the freaking diner at like, and it's 180 degrees outside, and be like, "Yo, let me get the hot cocoa with whipped cream,
I
please."
can never do that. I don't like whipped cream. All right, so it's 10 minutes left. Should we do Mike's Mysteries?
Sure, go ahead. You
All
think it's
right.
long enough?
Let me look at it real quick. Just gotta remember the name. The name is in a foreign language, you see.
Oh boy.
Very important stuff going on. Yep.
For all of you who are just now joining us, Mike's Mysteries is when Mike's ad libs mostly a mystery that he finds on the internet.
Nah, so this is called the incident at Diltov Pass. It was in Russia. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's pretty cool though.
Cool.
So in like the late 50s, right? These, I think, 9 campers, they're hikers. They're going on top of this basic, like, I think it's like a skiing mountain type thing. So they're going camping. They're having a good time. Chilling out.
Vodka.
Pretty literally, because, you know, it's freezing. And it's,
Yeah.
and it's in Russia. Well, it wasn't Russia back then. It was the USSR. But now it's Russia.
Yeah, all right.
Probably freezing. Having fun, making dinner, all that. So they set up camp.
All right.
They set up camp, right? And this is where things get a little tricky. Because they all died. But
All right.
this is how they died. See,
Right.
it's pretty messed up. First of all, well, they just noticed no one came back, you know. So they go and investigate. There was tears from the inside of the tent outward. And there was footprints all around the tent, some with shoes on, some with one shoe on, some with socks, some barefoot. And there was just no sign of the campers up until, again, they start peeking around the forest. And they're just like... they're all naked mostly, or in their underwear. And you would assume that they died of hypothermia, because, like, alright, they're naked. Maybe they just, like, overdosed or something, or, like, on drugs, because, you know... It's the forest. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Not that I would know because I'm a clean cat. But yeah, they assumed that they died of hypothermia, but when they did the autopsy, there was absolutely no way any of them had it. And all of their injuries were different. Like one of them was throwing up blood, one of them was burned, one of them was like cut from the inside out. It was just craziness. And there's also their bodies were radiated, which is very weird and also throws people off. And so one theory that I read as to how they got that deranged is that, you know, like when wind meets like topography and things, it could make like a low hum that like makes you go crazy, basically. Apparently, like they think that's what happened since they're in such a secluded area, that they just maybe went insane. But that doesn't explain the radiation. So some people think that has to do with aliens, because the radiation came from seemingly nowhere.
Jesus.
I think it was aliens. I think if you just stay in a secluded area for too long, you're just asking to get eaten by aliens. Well, no, that's another thing though. Why would they just decide to make them go crazy? I think that like the low humming sound makes sense because that's a real thing that could drive people crazy.
Has it actually been proven to drive people crazy?
Yeah, and like, or it makes them panicky. Their heart rate goes up, and some could just go insane.
What does it sound like?
It's like a low hum. It's like. Everybody listening just goes insane.
We have a fan in the chat saying there is a movie about that called The Devil's Pass.
Never watching it.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard about that.
Never watching it.
I've heard about that. No, yeah.
Not gonna watch that.
Yeah, it's a lot like the Devil's Pass, basically. But that doesn't explain the radiation. How'd that get there? It's not like they were camping out in Chernobyl. Were they? No, they weren't. That would have been pretty obvious.
It was deltoids past, dude.
Either way, that is Mike's Mysteries. We have no idea how those 9 individuals died. And they all died in different ways, and their bodies were radiated.
If you're one of the 9 individuals who died, please send us.
You're probably like 90 years old by now.
Please send us an email.
And it's also weird that they ripped the tent from the inside out. They didn't just open it; they ripped it. So you can't even say it was a murder because no one broke in; they broke out.
It's crazy.
We should go camping there and find out.
You can go to Deltoid Pass if you want to. I'm good.
I'm gonna pass. That's a hard pass for me.
A hard Devil's Pass. All right. So that's Mike's Mysteries.
Pretty good. Wasn't it pretty good?
Yeah, I was intrigued. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Russia's just nuts.
Russia's in a. Get some Florida Man mysteries.
No, because those are just wacky. I don't know what
Come
goes
on.
down in Florida.
Yeah.
Same thing with Australia. I really want to find out some mysteries in Australia.
Okay, so I know the reason why both are really wacky. It's because Australia and Florida were like once havens for like convicts.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that doesn't explain. Like, why are these generations away people still doing crazy things, regardless of race, gender, age, upbringing? Like, they're just like punching crocodiles and stuff.
It's genetic, dude.
It's weird. And if you're from Australia, you tame crocodiles, and if you're from Florida, you punch them. Well, no, I think they're alligators, and I don't care. They're crocodilians.
Yeah. Them little scaly things that kind of look like tadpoles.
The things
But
you can
bigger.
find, the things you can find at a Pathmark. Because a few years ago, there was an alligator in Pathmark by my house.
Where'd he come from?
Florida.
Nah, he was coming to apply for a job, dude.
Well, he's out of luck because it closed. Unrelated to the crocodiles and alligators.
He got
This makes me think. I wonder if that would have been a good Mike's Mysteries if alligators really do live in the sewer.
He got laid off. He's coming back to demand his pay time.
His boss said, "See you later, alligator." He just plans on going postal like in a wild crocodile.
He files a claim of racism.
I can't laugh anymore at Mike's jokes, says Austin.
No, I can't. That wasn't nearly as hard as I could have. But all right, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was our little soiree. Or I mean, we're gonna be doing more stuff in terms of art.
They're going to be doing some fun stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do
We're going to explore art, really like hands-on.
exactly. We're gonna do stuff like film noir.
Well, why would you spoil it? Now they'll know.
I mean, that's something to look forward to, though.
Could we do anime? No.
What?
Should we do anime? No.
We might do a Mad Lib.
Is this episode just animated?
This whole show is ad-libbed.
No, Mad Lib.
Oh, you mean when
game.
you want to do a Mad Lib?
Yeah. So,
But we can't be
no, not
raunchy.
not on camera. We gotta. We can't be raunchy. Just don't make it raunchy.
But how could you make it funny of the Mad Lib? It's like, oh, Mrs. Poop went to the pea store and bought toilet. Like, that's all right.
But toilet.
It's very lowbrow. We need highbrow comedy. No, we don't.
No, we don't. All comedies are
Maybe like this kind of comedy.
so it's
A little bit of low, a little bit of high.
low and highbrow comedy.
Yeah, it's like that's like a really intricate way of saying she bought poop. I went to the store and what I thought would be cheddar is but poo.
It's really suspenseful moment.
Dude, art is crazy.
Art is. I mean, it's why we're here. I mean, the reason why the show exists is because I wanted to produce some art. I wanted to do it with my good buddy Mike. You're having fun, right, Mike?
I wasn't even your first choice as a co-host. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you weren't. The other one bailed out.
Good, that's art. Bailing out's art.
Being lazy is art.
Kinda, yeah.
Never texting back is art.
Dude, I know a lot of girls who are absolute Picassos when it comes to that.
Ladies waste his time 2019.
Just like frame a K or a scene 407.
Wait, someone do that, please. It's like do the bubble, like the blue bubble with the K on it, and scene.
With Mike's like frame me right on top of it.
It's pretty good. Dude, we should do that right now. That would get a lot of freaking cash. Put it on a shirt. That's just a bubble that says K on a white shirt. That's it. Money.
That probably exists.
Oh, well.
But we can still do it anyway.
Yeah, money.
T-shirts are a very, very wacky form of art.
Wearing art. Should we do it? Should we keep doing it?
Well, yeah, we're gonna wear it. Just plain clothes. No.
Yeah.
All right, to wrap up, I'm Mike Kempf.
I am Austin Andrews, the greatest artist of all time, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop my ear off.
I'm gonna chop my nose off.
All right, we're going down.
Yeah, we're going down. My ear off.
Like how you said, like when you did this, most when I started talking about Donald Trump fursuits.
Dude, the reason I laughed so hard is because, what's it called? Chris commented on the Twitch stream, and he was like, what's he say? He said, I gave Victoria shrimp once.
Oh my god.
And then Nick Concavelli sent Mike's Mysteries to the fucking shitload of Pog emojis.
Pog emojis?
And then on the chat, I was going back and forth with Dundee and Spiro.
Wait, what?
Just scroll through this, it's really funny. Hold on, let me just end the stream.